God, we leave him alone for so long. There's so many cobwebs in this room. Gotta get a broom.
Okay.
Hello and welcome to another Starmen Surprise Show. I'm Devin, with me is Cody this time.
Hey, everybody.
And we thought we'd do a talk because we don't really have an article to go over, and Billy's not with us, so we didn't want to do anything too extensive.
Yeah.
And me and Cody have been kinda tactically getting back into trading card games, if you've noticed the episode title already.
Yeah.
Cody is playing the Magic the Gathering on the apps.
Oh, yeah, the Magic the Gathering Arena.
And I just basically released the Pokemon trading card game, Game Boy Color game on the Switch emulator.
That was a Game Boy Color game?
Yep.
You sure?
I am sure.
Huh. Okay. Learn something new every day.
Yeah. And I've just been fiddling around with that. But then we're talking about it, and we remembered we played a lot of trading card games or collectible games in the course of our year. So let's do an episode about it.
Yeah.
Well, maybe me more than you.
Yeah. In my case, I got into a lot of dead ones.
Yes. The fun curse of Cody is if Cody's into it, it's dead or has been long dead.
Yeah.
Cody likes to go to the graveyard and just dig up obscure card games because they're usually on sale.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll cover a few of my more well-known ones.
Yeah.
Oh, now.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's one, I can't remember the title, but it was kind of like a cyberpunk theme.
Yes, I can't remember that either.
Like, I bought a few, like, starter decks for it, but... Also, we need to cover how convoluted rules are.
Yes. We'll get into that. Some card games have way too many convoluted rules that kill the game before it even starts.
Another one was Animayhem.
Animayhem was one that you were trying so hard.
Yeah. Lord of the Rings.
Yep.
Star Trek.
Star Trek was another.
Still around, honestly. Star Wars.
Yep.
And that's the dead ones.
Yes. Ones that you have played that are currently going. We'll just get your list out of the way.
Magic the Gathering. Yugioh, technically. Hearthstone?
Hearthstone, that's an app. I don't believe that's an actual physical card game.
Okay.
But still, I'll put it in the list as it counts because I do not know.
Yeah, because you still buy cards for it.
Yeah, it's just online now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And, yeah, that's basically my list.
Yeah. Alright, here's my list. I'm going to even include my figure games.
Okay.
So, I played Magic. That was like the first foremost I always played.
Yeah.
I played the Pokemon trading card game.
Yeah.
I played Yugioh.
Yeah.
I played Redikai.
We played that before.
We had played that one before. That's the one with the 3D foil cards that you put on top.
That was cool.
It was a cool mechanic, but I understand why not many people may have got into that. It was kind of an expensive game.
Yeah.
The Ultimate Fighting Championship or something?
Oh, UFC?
UFC, yeah.
Yeah, I did kind of like that one, too.
That one was good, but it also was a little convoluted for its own good. Dice Masters.
Oh, yeah, Dice Masters.
Yeah. You remember getting into that, too.
Oh, yeah.
HeroClix, Mage Knight.
Yeah.
And I would say that'd be about it. There's probably one or two there that, like, I only played for a little bit and then no one played.
I'm trying to... Yeah, you covered the main ones.
Yes. And so why do we play these?
I kind of play Magic just because I do find it fun.
Yeah.
Trying to come up with different deck combinations.
Yeah, I think you and me are both I like the deck building aspect of it more than the actual playing of it.
Yeah,
I like putting something together and seeing how well it handles another opponent.
Oh yeah. Like right now I have a deck in that Magic game that seems to do fairly well.
Go on.
Well, I mean, I have it all dedicated around getting land out, getting my creatures to my hand,
Yeah.
and then just having them come out and play and use you as the basketball.
Yep. So you're about quick, powerful, quick creature summons.
Yep, all depends on how badly the deck screws me over.
Which is always the curse with the deck games.
Yeah.
You can have the greatest strategy set up, but if you're not getting the cards you need, which is why card draw is always an important factor.
Yeah.
Cards that just let you draw extra cards come in handy.
Yeah, I need to think about putting some of those in.
Yeah.
Does green have those?
Not really. Green's not the well-known one. Blue would be the...
Great, okay. I'll have to try and figure out a way to make it into a multi-deck.
Yeah. Or, if you're fast enough anyway, like you have the land in the monster coverage.
Kinda do?
More copies of cards you need is usually the better strategy.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I will do that, too.
Me, I'm trying to stop balancing my Pokemon deck like I do my Magic decks, because it's like, oh, I don't need 20 energy in a 60-card deck.
Yeah.
Especially when I have to worry about trainers, first evolution, or base, first, and second evolutions.
Yeah. Oh, Pokemon game.
Yeah.
I don't really miss you.
I didn't mind it when it started, but then it started to get a little more convoluted.
Yeah.
And the problem with a lot of these and why a lot of people drop out is because it gets costly after a while trying to keep up.
Yeah.
Like Magic, I'm sorry, I love Magic, but the tournament Magic was hard to keep up with because it's like only the current 3 sets are legal in tournament. So if you have cards from a 4th set or older, you can't use them.
Yeah. Which sucks.
Which sucks, and it forces you to buy the newer cards.
Yeah.
And ruin decks that you're like, this was a great deck, but I can't play it anymore because it's not tournament legal.
Yeah, and unless they somehow release the same cards in the next set, but then you have, with booster packs, you're not even guaranteed of getting it.
Yeah. Normally with a tournament rule, if it's the same card re-released, if you have the older card, it's still legal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
But a lot of cards that are like good combo cards are like, no, we don't. That's not existent anymore. You can't use that combo.
Okay, so do they ban cards straight out just...
Yeah, they can.
Okay. Yeah, like Yugioh did that too.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, this card's a little unfair in a tournament setting, so you're not allowed to use it anymore.
Yeah. Makes sense. It's like, bring your entire deck back. No.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't be allowed to do that. Or draw every card you need, because you have a search ability and draw ability, so you can put all the best cards you need on the top of your deck and then draw them.
It's like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Get that out of here.
And so the figures games like the Mage Knight and that, I like that they had different variations for it, trying to keep it fresh. Those were dying really hard because it's harder to justify a $12 booster pack purchase for figures when you get, I think, 6 or 7 in a booster.
That's not bad.
It's not bad, but compared to Magic the Gathering where it's like $5 for 15 cards.
True.
And
was it 15?
Something like that. It was.
I thought it was 6.
I don't think so. Maybe
Okay.
it changed, but like back in my day.
Okay.
I remember you got a nice little packet of cards.
I could be wrong.
Yeah. It wasn't a lot, but it wasn't that, like, 7 compared to even 10.
Like, I remember a couple of years ago, I bought my first, booster pack in years.
Yeah.
Actually, that was my first booster for Magic. And I open it up, and I'm like, there's a card with a weird symbol. And I'm like, what the hell is this? Known as a wild card.
That's weird.
Well, they were pretty much only for the app.
Okay.
Like, I think you enter the promo code, and it basically can count as any card.
Oh, okay.
When you craft it.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's like a free whatever card you want.
Yeah.
Since you don't have to worry about rares and super rares because they have no value actually on an app.
Yeah. But it's a nice way of getting the cards you want.
Yeah, they made it nicer so that you can actually build decks you want instead of like, oh, I could never build this deck because I can't get the right amount of cards for it.
Yeah.
Or the right amount of this one card that it runs on.
Yeah.
See, I like to see that with older sets that I'm more familiar with and the older rules that I'm more familiar with.
Yeah, I wish the app had a lot of the older cards.
Yeah.
I wish it had the card you had. So it could dominate everybody.
Well, are you talking the Contamination?
No.
Malamo?
Yep.
Oh yeah, for your deck, he'd be pretty sweet.
Oh God, yes.
Malamo's power and attack is equal to the amount of land you have. I think it's force though. I think it's just forced up, straight up.
Now I do have a similar card that also does that.
Yeah.
So today when I put it out, it had 12/12.
Yeah. The fun thing about Malamo is he also has trample.
Yeah, I haven't found anything that has trample yet.
Yeah.
And that ability.
The other card game that we totally forgot about that existed, that I just remember because I still have cards of it lying around, are Final Fantasy. I
got you into this.
Yes, this is
and
one.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you got me into it, and I always know how to quell your interest. Is I'll get into it, get really good at it, and beat you soundly at it always. And then you're like, I don't want to play this anymore.
Well, it wasn't just that.
No one else was playing it.
Yeah.
It got released, or at least here it got released, and no one took an interest.
Yeah. I also want to say it's kind of because the rules are also convoluted.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. Convoluted rules. What classifies as convoluted?
When you can't understand the rules?
Yeah.
That's convoluted.
Yeah. When the rules are too hard to explain to someone else is also...
Yeah.
Like, a good card game is one where I'm like, okay, I can just sit down anyone, explain a few rules to them, and then we can play.
And with card games, do you think the instruction booklet would tell you how something works?
Yeah. But sometimes you're rereading sections of the... Okay.
It's like, what the hell?
So if I tap this and go back, it does this, but then at this turn it does this instead. Unless I didn't tap it, then it does this other thing. And what the...
Yeah, I go back to that Cyberpunk game.
Yeah.
It kept talking about locations and different things, and I'm like, the main reason that interested me because of different decks you could build, like cops.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, I like this. But then I read the rules and I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah. It's like, your cop can only attack at night on a Sunday with a full moon in play.
And with an ice cream sundae.
Yeah.
What the hell?
It's like, that made no sense. You just said words.
Exactly.
Boy, those sure were some words you used.
Yeah.
And the other one is like, again, if you can't find other people to play and you're just playing your buddy the same thing over and over again, it's kind of hard to keep it fresh.
Yeah. That's why I stopped getting into games that were dead, because
no one else but me would play them with you.
Yeah. And even sometimes not you, because you're like, I don't know how the hell this works.
No, like you bring a game over and I try to read through the rules, and I like to think I'm kind of intelligent.
Like, my way of learning the rules of games is watching people play it.
Exactly.
Like anytime I'd get a game like that, I go to YouTube.
Yeah.
But even then, sometimes I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, even like, unless you know what you're doing and you can actually teach it, the game's not good.
Yeah, that's why I liked Magic. It was simple.
Magic's very simple. It's like you just do what the cards tell you to do. And then here's a few mechanics you need to know, like what tapping means, and that just means turn it sideways to activate its ability.
Yeah. Like, I stopped, like with Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
I stopped caring about Yu-Gi-Oh! Because they started introducing insane crap. Like XYZ and XC's, all these different cards.
Right.
I'm like, okay, what happened to the old days where this was just simple?
Yeah. Where I'm like, okay, if I want this monster out, I have to sacrifice these two to bring this one out.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was just a numbers game at that point.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, they can just bring something out on your turn. Bull crap!
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I'll bring it out on your turn.
See, I didn't like Yu-Gi-Oh! Because of the, like, drama. Well, not drama, but the anime didn't help that.
God, no. God, no. And it brought out the weirdos.
Yeah. It brought out too many people trying to be the anime while playing.
Yeah. Like, I had one guy at a tournament dressed up as Kaiba.
Yeah. I remember the dumb plastic dual disc you could get.
I had somebody play me using one.
Oh, yeah. I went to tournaments and people were bringing them in. And I was like, no, play on the table. I don't trust that thing at all.
Yeah. And then people came up and said, no, you have to play on the table.
Yeah.
Like, this thing's a toy. It's not official.
No. And, like, my buddy showed me, it's so easy just to sneak cheat in that.
Yeah.
You can easily hold it up and tilt it so you can move a card, look at it, and then move it to the top of your deck. And it's like, oh, I got the card I needed. Look at that.
I call bullshit.
Yeah. That's why a lot of tournaments didn't allow them.
Yeah. And they get so pissed off.
Yeah, that's the other reason. Don't defend your piece of garbage on your hand.
Yeah. I also kind of think the game made people crazy.
Yeah.
People got crazy over it. Like, I think I had, at a tournament, I had one kid bite a guy.
Okay. That's not just Yu-Gi-Oh!
Okay.
I find, this is also why I got into card games, especially Magic, is people were taking it way too seriously.
Oh, yeah.
For what it was. I was like, yes, you're at a tournament, there's prizes to be won, but
don't go
it's
crazy.
Still a card game in the end of the day.
Yeah. You don't really lose anything.
Yeah. You paid $2 to get in here, and if you lose, you lost $2, but you should have walked away saying, at least I had fun.
Yeah. Like, that's why I like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournaments.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, it's like, I was proud because I built a good deck that got me second place.
Yeah.
I think for a month.
Yeah, I had a deck for Magic that was giving me in the second place.
Mm-hmm.
First place once, but just the once.
Which one was that?
That's the Contamination deck I kept going with.
Oh, yeah, that was a nasty one.
Yeah.
So glad I never... Did I play that?
No, I never... Like, it was an old set, And when we met, I never had it. I got rid of the cards, and I got back into Magic when you came along.
Yeah. I'm so glad you never played that cursed deck.
Yeah. You would if I played that the first game, you would have hated Magic and never got into it.
It's like, I hate this.
Yeah. And it's not like I didn't come up with the combination. I just read it in a magazine. And I just said, I happen to have those cards.
Nice. I like to call that deck the douchebag stomper.
Yeah.
Because you basically used it on jackasses.
Yeah, I never used it on a friendly match. This was I'm taking this seriously and I just want to beat you.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, you angered me in some way.
I still remember the story you told me.
Yeah.
Like, Buddy just being like, oh, I'm so good at Magic, you can't beat me.
Oh, yeah, Buddy came in with like a $500 deck.
Yeah.
And it's like, this deck, $500, cannot be beaten by anyone here because you are a low-level peasant tournament. And I was like, alright, I'll play you. Contamination setup. What are you playing? I'm playing white. Oh, crap. You can't play anything now because everything has to be black.
Oh, so good.
I think actually I dubbed it the Paint It Black out, named after that song.
Oh, nice. And didn't he challenge you several times?
Yes. He challenged me 3 times through. I was like, oh, you just got lucky the first time. Second time, bad hand. Third time, stop fucking winning.
Just that last tantrum.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Did he storm off without his cards?
No, that was someone else. But yeah, he did storm off. He was like, alright, I'm done. I was like, yeah, $500 deck. This one, maybe $50. I don't know. I never evaluated the cards. I only just got them in a boosters, but I know at least 10 boosters went into this.
Yeah, because the cost doesn't matter, just the strategy.
Yes. That's the one thing I always want to tell people. I was like, you can put thousands of dollars into a deck. If you don't understand why that deck works the way it works, it's useless to you.
Oh, God, yes. Like, that's why I always have issues.
Yeah. Because when we started playing, I lent you my decks. And, of course, you're never going to do good with my decks because you don't think like I do.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to live in your mind.
Yeah. So you're like, what the hell why does he have these in the deck? And then when I played, I was like, here's how these work together, and they look like an awesome combo.
And I'm just like, God damn
Why did I think of that?
I don't think like you!
Yeah.
So that's... But I do like your advice of, finding a game-winning card.
Yeah.
Like, just find one card that you like the, effect of.
Yeah.
And build it around that.
Usually that's how you start. Now, or finding a set of cards, like you like the synergy behind cards. Yeah. Finding how cards combo with each other is usually my base strategy. Mm-hmm. It's like, this card works really well with this one, so if they play them in tandem, they do a really awesome effect.
Yeah, I think I have this, I don't remember the name of it, but it's a 7/7.
Yeah.
Has trample.
Yep.
And when it attacks, it gets +1/+1 for every land.
That, with your setup, that's a great card.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about taking a couple of the other ones out and just putting that in.
Yeah. If you're wondering about my Pokemon deck, which I was like, it's an old Pokemon set on a Game Boy Color, so who gives a shit? But I'm playing a grass psychic deck.
Oh, nice.
I call it the Dark Woods. And it's just because I love ghost Pokemon. I have a lot of ghost Pokemon in there. It runs around. Basically, Gengar and Vileplume are the big hitters.
Oh, God. I can just imagine.
So Gengar's big thing is I can move damage counters around on my opponent's side of the field.
Oh, that's mean.
Yeah. So once a turn, I can take a damage counter and move it to another Pokemon, even a benched one, and even if it would kill that Pokemon.
That is nasty.
And Vileplume is, once a turn, I flip a coin. If heads, remove a damage counter from one of my Pokemon.
Okay. That seems to be a pretty good strategy.
Once they get out, but
yeah.
In the meantime, I have, like, Jinx and Tauros and things just to stall.
Yeah.
But we've talked long enough on this, so we can come back to this another time. But until then, have a good one, guys.
Peace out.